Let's start with the big question. Can you keep a penguin as a pet? The short and sweet answer is no, you really can't. Penguins are adorable with their waddling walk and sleek black and white feathers, but they belong in their natural habitat, not in our homes. While the idea of having a penguin buddy might sound fun, there are several reasons why this isn't a good idea. Let's dive into the key reasons why penguins are best admired from afar.
Petopedia.
Taking care of penguins at home would be a massive challenge because they need very specific living conditions that are hard to replicate. Penguins live in extreme environments, from the freezing cold of Antarctica to the warmer coasts of New Zealand. To keep them comfortable, you'd need to control the temperature precisely since different species prefer different climates. For example, emperor penguins need it to be as cold as 60 degrees Celsius, while Galapagos penguins prefer around 20 degrees Celsius. They also need a large, deep pool for swimming, but it has to be kept cold and clean, just like the ocean, which requires advanced filtration and cooling systems. The ground they walk on is important too. They need rocky areas for nesting and snow or ice to slide on, so you'd have to create artificial landscapes with safe materials. Lighting is another big factor since many penguins are used to long days in summer and long nights in winter. So you'd need special lighting to mimic these seasonal changes. All of this would be incredibly expensive, both to set up and to run, making it like having a small polar research station in your home. Penguins have complex dietary needs that are difficult to meet in captivity. In the wild, they eat a variety of marine life like fish, squid, and krill, with each species having specific preferences. For example, emperor penguins primarily consume Antarctic silverfish and squid, which aren't easy to find at local markets and can be expensive to source. A single penguin can eat up to 2 pounds of fish daily, meaning you'd need a significant amount of fresh and varied seafood to keep them healthy. Additionally, penguins are used to catching live prey, so replicating their natural hunting behaviors during feeding is essential, adding another layer of complexity to their care. Penguins are not just social. They also have complex social structures within their colonies. They form strong bonds with other penguins and rely on these relationships for emotional well-being. In the wild, they spend a lot of time interacting with each other through various behaviors like preening and vocalizing. Without the presence of other penguins, they can become lonely and even depressed. A home environment can't provide the social stimulation they need to stay happy and healthy. Their health and safety is another important consideration when it comes to having them as a pet. Penguins can carry diseases that might be harmful to humans or other pets. It's not their fault, they're just not meant to live closely with us. And let's not forget, penguins have sharp beaks and strong flippers. They're not aggressive by nature, but accidents can happen. If your penguin got sick, you'd have a tough time finding help. Most vets aren't trained to treat exotic birds like penguins. You'd need to find a specialist, which could be difficult and expensive in an emergency. Wild animals like penguins follow their instincts. They're not wired to understand our house rules. Forget about house training or teaching them to come when called. Penguins do what penguins do, and that might include making a mess of your home. They are curious and playful, which sounds cute until they start exploring with their beaks. Your furniture, carpets, and prized possessions might end up worse for wear. It's not naughty behavior. It's just penguins being penguins. In many places, it's illegal to own a penguin as a pet. Penguins are protected by various laws to ensure they aren't taken from their natural habitats or exploited. These protections are in place to preserve their populations and prevent harm. Even if you want to keep a penguin, the legal barriers are significant. Zoos and aquariums that house penguins do so under strict regulations and with special permits, ensuring the birds are cared for in environments that meet their needs. In the end, While penguins are fascinating and adorable creatures, they're best appreciated from afar. Instead of trying to bring them into our homes, we can support conservation efforts to protect penguins in their natural habitats. That way, we can ensure these amazing birds continue to thrive where they belong, in the wild, surrounded by their penguin pals. So, what do you think? Would you still want a penguin as a pet? Share your thoughts in the comments below.